I was managing a team of 21 people. One morning, I was on a treadmill in the gym. I checked my phone and found out that we'd all just lost our jobs, me included. I'd hired most of the team myself. This is a company that I worked in a few years back. I knew all of them, who was doing well, who was struggling a bit, who I had basically walked through in their first year. So I was very involved with the entire team as a whole. The actual work wasn't something that I was very passionate about. I want to be honest about that. But being responsible for people, that I took very seriously. So 8 a.m. treadmill, phone buzzes, it's an email and layoffs effective immediately. Yeah, and the email sent to me, so I'm included. I got off the treadmill. I don't really know how else to describe how I felt at that moment. Just everything else that I was doing about 2 minutes before didn't matter at all. Not just 2 minutes ago, everything that I did before that point in time didn't matter at all. And I stood there for a second trying to process it, but there was just a lot of nothingness in my mind at that point. And then once I kind of came back to my senses, I realized that it's not just me, it's all the 21 people in my team too. And that part was a lot more difficult to handle more than losing my own, to be honest, because I felt responsible in a way. And I kept thinking of certain people on the team. Obviously, we used to talk about things other than work too. A lot of things that they told me made me realize that, this will be a very difficult point in their career. Someone I talked through a rough patch with, and all of that gone in the same morning for reasons none of us had any control or say in. I couldn't even give it a day to even process it because I got messages from my team. And I had to tell them that it had nothing to do with me, it wasn't my decision. But at the same time, I felt this subtle relief somewhere at the back of my mind because, like I said, I wasn't really passionate about what I was doing, even though it was making use of a lot of skills that I had already built over a period of time. But the main skill that I gained from this job was team management and being a leader. So I took a break of maybe about a month or month and a half. And although I was doing my audio projects along with this job, it was during COVID. So there weren't a lot of live shows or studio projects that people had the budget for, right? It hadn't come back to where it is currently. So I did feel a sudden void, but like I said, there was also a slight relief. So I took the one and a half month break and then again went to what I can do next. And I know how it sounds, it's not a healthy way to deal with this particular situation. But it's also not the worst way to deal with it because I did take a break of a month, kind of gathered myself. Yeah, there's no point in wasting more time, right? But it's what I did. I sat and thought about what my skill sets are, what I learned from this job, what I learned before this job, and I had to make a decision about what I want to do next. This was followed by a course, an internship, and now again another job with the audio on the side, which all happened in a span of I think 6 or 7 months because I had planned for it. I don't sit still with bad things. I try to fix them immediately, whether or not that's the right response. Here's the part that's strange to me even now. That job, the one that ended on a random Tuesday morning, is the reason I even thought about product management at all. Not because the day-to-day work in that job was interesting, but managing that many people, having conversation with upper management about how the company works, sometimes even strategizing on how content can work in a better way for us, how platforms and audiences fit together. That was all doing something to me that I wasn't paying attention to at that time. I think I've mentioned this before. I'd always thought of myself as the audio person. That was the real thing. This job just happened in parallel. But somewhere in managing the team, mentoring, sitting in on conversations way above my role, I think I started realizing that I can do more than just mix a track. I just hadn't a reason to test that before. I don't think the layoff changed me exactly. I think it just presented something that was already there within me. How quickly I go from, okay, this is bad, to how can we fix this? And here's the plan. I didn't really grieve that job. I just filled the space where it used to be as fast as I could and pointed it at the one thing the job actually showed me that I might be good at. Again, I still don't know if this characteristic of mine is something to be proud of or is just the way I am. And maybe I'll have a better answer for this in a few years. But right now, I don't think there's much that's wrong about it, right? Hey guys, like I said before, this is a new channel. I really hope you guys like the content on this channel. Please check out my other videos and please subscribe if you still haven't. It would really help the channel. And hit the like button below. That really helps other viewers watch this video and help the channel grow. Thank you so much and I'll see you in the next video.